Hey, so I saw the trailer for this a while ago, and I was looking for another trailer, but it ended up being this, and I didn't know. And I watched it, and I was like, this is something else. But I thought it was really good, and I was like, when's it coming out? Well, it was a small movie, so it didn't have a release date. But apparently, a few companies bid on releasing it, and Focus got it. And what drew me into it was the acting. It's about this lady named Greta, Isabelle Huppert, who leaves a personal subway in New York City and pulls in this girl, Frances, Chloë Grace Moretz, who brings it back to her. Little does Frances know that she didn't forget it there, but it's a trap, even though Greta seems like a nice lady. And then the only question is, what Greta will do with her. Erica Penn Micah Monroe plays Frances' best friend, who's smarter than she seems and points out the obvious. Stay away from the lady. But Frances just doesn't listen. She's too friendly, and she says that's not what they do where she's from, which is Boston. And she lost her mother too, and Greta's alone, so when she brings Greta's purse to her house, they become friends. They make each other dinner, and they get a dog. There's a really good chemistry between Isabelle and Chloë that holds the whole thing together. For a while, it seems like they could be family. They even do some baking. But you know that it can't last. Everything can't always be awesome, and you wonder where it's going to go. Frances notices another purse of hers with a name on it. And that's when she finds out it's a trap and she runs away, but Greta keeps calling her. And that's when Greta comes after her. It's a lot like Hansel and Gretel, where the girl gets pulled in by an older lady. And the poster looks like old, with what looks like Frances in Greta's head. It's a really weird poster. I don't know why they choose that. It looks like they got it pretty cheap. I hope they didn't pay a lot for it. Its tagline's "Everyone Needs a Friend." It's an Irish movie with Neil Jordan writing and directing it, with help on the writing from Ray Wright. It's his first directing in 7 years. There's some really fun parts, like the part where Greta throws a table in a restaurant and goes after Frances. Greta does some dancing too. Greta goes crazy. Frances gives Greta her number and she calls a lot. She stands outside Frances' workplace for hours, where she gets into the restaurant. And when Frances comes over, she asks her, "How's the Chianti?" And Greta says, "Like you, promises a lot and then disappoints." She's charming, and it's no wonder she can pull the girl in. It's just too easy for her, though. There's Greta to go after the girl. Police and Frances' dad don't really do anything. And it's a lot of stuff you might have seen before. Like, they go into dark places, like alleys and basements where they shouldn't go. There could be a bit more to this story. You can probably tell what's gonna happen. Greta's gonna go crazy. But it's like Isabelle and Chloë could make anything interesting. Especially Isabelle does a great job. Those table turning moments are really demanding, and she pulls them off. The relationship's what's nice to watch as it builds up and then comes crashing down. And that's why I'll give it a like. What do you think? Leave your comments below and check out my other videos and subscribe.